is the last tip that I have for you about how to refresh your wash and go throughout the week. But let's just double back a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back to Curls and Inspiration. I'm CURLYSU91, and if this is your first time, then welcome to the family. I hope you find something on my channel that is helpful for your hair journey, and I hope you consider to subscribe. So today we're gonna be going through some different tips I have on how to refresh your curls. And today is day 1 after my wash and go, and don't mind these 2 puffs, it's just sometimes the way that I preserve my curls at night. But if you do want to see how and the steps that I take to refresh my curls, then stay tuned. Alright, so as I said, my hair is like this because that's the way I go to bed. I have obviously a bonnet, but sometimes this is the way I preserve my curls. That's what we're going to talk about today, okay? So I'm just going to go through some tips or different ways in which you can go ahead and refresh your curls. Now, since today is like day 1 after doing my wash and go, and I did my wash and go with this and this for this week. So since today is day 1, you know, the curls are still popping, my hair still looks stretched because of these 2 ponytails, right? So usually on day 1 after on day 1 of refreshing my curls, I just use the infamous and the best thing you can ever do for your hair. I just use water. So usually on the first day after my wash and go, that's usually the best thing because my hair is most likely still moisturized and I don't really need to do much work. All I need to do is to put in water and I can revive my curls. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. And I usually love to section my hair to do this so that I can. All right, so here's the thing. You want to get yourself a mist bottle. The reason why I love the mist bottle is because it doesn't spray too much water to like drench your hair unless you really want to drench your hair. So it gives you enough water so that you don't look like a wet bird or a wet fowl after trying to refresh your curls. So like it usually gives a good balance, and that's why I like it. So I usually try not to put too much, but I like to focus the water on the ends of my hair because that's where my hair is usually drier, and most people, that's usually where most of the dryness is because that's the oldest. The ends of your hair is where your hair is its oldest, okay? Right. Okay. And that's all I do. I go section by section. And notice I'm not like combing through the curls. I just want to refresh them, okay? I don't want to tear them and make more frizz. All I want to do is refresh them. All right, that looks pretty good. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the rest of my hair by sectioning and just adding some mist spray, and then I'll be back. And this is my hair after refreshing with water. And that's it. So I'm gonna go about my day and it's gonna shrink up again, and we'll come back to day 2. So stay tuned for tip 2. All right, so it's day 2 and I'm just gonna take this out my hair. And this is what my hair looks like on day 2. Still looking kind of moisturized, but day 2 and like day 2, day 3 is when your hair starts getting drier, and that's a good time to put in a moisturizer. So like this is what I used and in my last video as the moisturizer. So I'm just gonna put this throughout my hair. So again, as I like to do, I like to section things out, and then all I will do is, this is a spray moisturizer, whatever moisturizer it is that you used for your wash and go or whatever you had in your hair, then you just go ahead and put that moisturizer in there. I'm just gonna put mine. Now I'm putting at the roots, but we also want to focus on the ends. I keep saying that because the ends is where you need most of the moisture, okay? The ends, okay? And then I'll focus a little bit because at the base of my hair, I can see like it's drying up a lot. And so I'm just gonna put a little more here. And then there you go. Feels moisturized and it's refreshed. I'm just gonna do that throughout the rest of my hair and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. All right. Okay, this is what it looks like after applying the moisturizer all through my hair. And yep, we can see it looks moisturized, it looks fresh. I'm gonna give you a 360-degree view. All right, so I prefer putting a moisturizer than putting it in water about on the 2nd or 3rd day, only because that's when the hair starts really getting dry, and so putting in a moisturizer is a better method at that point for me. And you can see like it looks moisturized, it looks refreshed. And so let's go on to the 3rd tip. The 3rd tip, say it with me. The 3rd tip. The 3rd tip. So my 3rd tip is on about day 3, 4, they're about closer to the end of the week, is when your hair is gonna start losing like texture, like it will start losing its definition. And so what really gives your hair definition is the gel that you use. And so I would say you either go ahead and use the gel that you used for your initial wash and go, or you use another gel. Okay, so if in your initial wash and go you use like a harder gel like the extreme wet line, I would suggest that you go ahead and either reapply this to your strands, or you can use a softer gel like the CURL gel activator, and that's totally up to you. Now for me, for my wash and go, I use the softer gel. I use the CURL gel activator. So for this, I'm going to want to put in this gel because my hair still has some moisture. Well, it feels like it still has some moisture, so I'm not too worried about moisture, but I'm more worried about definition at this point in the week. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna apply some of this gel and we'll see what the results look like. So, okay, so this is what my hair looks like, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this gel and I'm gonna start applying it, especially to the roots where my hair has fluffed more. And if you feel like you need a little bit of water and you have to add a little bit of water, then you can go ahead and do that. I'm not going to. And then apply to the ends, and then voila, refreshed curls. Like, no kidding, perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that to the rest of my hair, and then I'll come back to show you what the entire thing looks like. Okay, So this is what it looks like after applying the gel, and I'll just turn around for you. Now, two things about using a gel about on the 4th or 5th day, why that's effective. Usually about the 4th, 5th day of wearing your wash and go, your hair is frizzy and most likely shrinked a lot. If you're not using any of like the stretching techniques, and I'm gonna do a video on how to stretch your hair, and once I do, I'll put a link up here and somewhere down in the description. But if you're not doing any of the stretching techniques, then most likely by the 5th day your hair is shrunk. And so using like a gel, adding a gel at this point when you probably have less product in your hair at this point from like sleeping and all of that stuff, will actually help your hair stretch again. That's one thing. And then the next thing you have to ensure is the gel that you're putting in, if it's different from the initial gel that you put in on the 1st day of your wash and go, you need to ensure that it's compatible with the products that you have in your hair, because you don't want to end up with white stuff in your hair, and that is no bueno. No bueno. Okay, so next we're gonna come up with the 4th tip. Pointed, but I'm gonna just show you what it looks like. This is like day 2 with it. Look at this. Like my hair still looks really nice and moisturized, don't it? Don't it? Yes, it looks good. Of course there's like product buildup at this point. But yeah, the results after putting in that gel, so good, so good. There's no reason really I would want to refresh my hair again, because look, it looks good, don't it? Don't it? As you can see, there's like a lot of definition, and it looks really good. There's no real need, it's day 2 of this, of having put the gel in my hair, so like that's day 6 or day 7 right now, and it's day 7. And my hair looks like 2nd day hair, you know? So I don't really need to like refresh if I didn't want to, but I do want to show you what my 4th method is for refreshing my hair. And so I have this Heavenly Refresher by Opulent. And y'all, I love Opulent. You can check out my video. I have a video of some of the products that I used to do a wash and go. Ooh, they're natural and they're really good. So this refresh actually smells a lot like citrus, and why wouldn't I want to smell like citrus? Like, it's a fruit. Yes, yes please. So as I said, I don't have to refresh my hair, but I just want to show you what I would do like on the last day, on the 7th day of actually having a wash and go. And I would actually, you can either put in a refresher, you can use water, or you can do like a water conditioner oil mix if you have that. I haven't done that in a long time, but we're gonna use a refresher today. And I mean, my roots look like they need some refreshing though, so we're probably gonna focus a lot on the roots for this. And that's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's put some on the ends. And this is how it looks after refreshing. A lot better. The roots look a lot better after refreshing, obviously. And I'm just gonna do the same thing all around my hair. All right, y'all, so this is what my hair looks like after refreshing with the Heavenly Refresher. This is the definition. It's still on point. That's what the back of my hair looks like. And everything looks good. What I really love about this refresher, it has a bunch of really good natural stuff like aloe vera juice, fermented rice, olive oil, a bunch of good stuff in here. But like it doesn't, like, it has oil and I guess water and stuff, but it doesn't make my hair feel, my hair is moisturized and it feels refreshed and looks refreshed, but it's not like dripping wet with water like you'd get with if you use like a spray bottle. So I really like that. Now, before we go, this is the last tip that I have for you about how to refresh your wash and go throughout the week. But let's just double back a little bit. So, disclaimer. Now, the 4 tips that I just gave you, you can do them like I've said, like during the week. But here's the thing. If you do all these 4 things during the week, you are guaranteed to have product buildup by the end of the week. So please make sure you wash your hair when you're done. Like, please make sure you wash your hair at the end of the week or at the end of the week and a half. Like, please make sure you wash your hair. Okay? Like, give yourself like get a good cleansing shampoo and take all that product off your hair, off your scalp. That's my first disclaimer. My second disclaimer is you don't have to do all 4 things during the week. You can choose one. Sometimes that's what I do. Like, especially if my initial gel was like a gel that forms like a cast on my hair, and it would give me like a lot more definition and stuff. What I would do is, if I started with that, most likely during the week, I'm probably just going to put water or a refresher on my hair. So you decide what it is that you want to do or what's going to work for you. The best way is to gauge how your hair looks and what it may need. If it needs moisture, give it some moisture. If like actual moisture, something with oil or butter. If it just needs to be refreshed with some water or some water and conditioner, just do that. Like, you don't have to do all 4 things during the week. You can pick one thing and do that during the week to refresh your hair. And now that's all I have for you. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you're alerted every single time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one.